Hello, I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Train Fever. Well, what have we got going on? So, last time around we connected up the final town of the map. Just before we start kind of reorganising everything I mean, I'm hesitant to say the word "finish it off" because that would seem unnecessary. But there we go, to finish it off. What have I done recently? I decided to change up the livery of these trains, make it just a little bit more bright and breezy. There's almost a Virgin Rail feel about it, I think. But you know, it's not Virgin Rail; it's Failure Rail, as is clearly visible on the nose of every unit. Splendid. So, what are we going to do today? Today we are going to tackle Tewkesbury. Now, I've not really given this enough thought. Let's just have a quick look how many people are waiting at work here. Look at all of them. Fabulous. Yeah, I haven't given enough thought into how exactly I'm going to do this. What the aim of the game here is to revolutionise every town and make it kind of ready for the future. You know, it's so that it's all set up and glorious. Now, I've got the money to do this, and I'm prepared to demolish as much track as need be in order to get it to happen. Yeah, I know, that's a terrifying thought, isn't it? But we want to do one town at a time. We want to make sure that we've got the road services working perfectly. We want to make sure that the rail services are fully optimised. And then from there, who knows? You know, we can go to, do we need more stations? Do we need more track? And we'll demolish half of every town if that's what's needed to get the job done. Yeah, this is a big ask, isn't it? Okay, so what's the obvious we've got going on here? Well, I mean, the most obvious thing is this goods route. Which you know, it never got the job done. But I really quite like this station layout, which is unfortunate. Okay, all right. First things first. Let's pause. Right, we've managed to get it across the road. We've got a single bridge going in. Here we go. We're going after the bridge. We want the bridge to work. So let's ditch that. While we're at it, let's ditch this goods line. As was highlighted in a comment on a previous video, and I really should write down who it is that calls this stuff out, because it was a very sensible comment to make. I was never going to make enormous levels of profit off, or even I was never even going to make this goods line work because of the routes that it was taking were incredibly lengthy, and the way to success is to make it as quick as possible in between whatever stations you've got on your route. Not just in terms of timing, but you know, the fact that you'd got corners and all sorts of nonsense going on in between each one was always going to slow it down. So yeah, I think I must have dedicated a good half dozen episodes to getting that to work, and now, you know, let's just burn it. Good times. Do we want to keep the depot? I don't see why we should. Okay, so obviously we've got quite a lot of fixing to do after we've managed to get this working, and we will get it working. I'm not suggesting that we won't try the goods route again. Oh yeah, because you know, it's been that much fun the first few times. It would just be nice to have a goods route that was actually, you know, profitable. That was you know, paying up in the megabucks kind of region. Okay, so this goes all the way to Haverhill as well. Right, well, not anymore it doesn't. Ironically, we've actually got the cash now where we can afford to keep goods routes running, which would fuel further expansion of these towns, but Look at this. Look, this is the number of times it hasn't worked. It's a modern tragedy, my friends. Good. Okay, right. That's that mostly murdered. Hold on, a bit more. Yeah, look at that. That was a couple of million quid's worth of tunnel just chucked away like we don't care. And we'll get rid of that as well. Okay, so what we need first is we need to get this bridge operational. Because without the bridge, there's just no future here. And the first thing we're going to bump into is the fact that these buildings are in the way. Well, you know what you say about buildings that are in the way? If you burn them, they're not in the way anymore. Right, now, instead of going bridge straight away, I'm going to go mound of earth. Let's spend just a little bit on getting that up and see if that will snap, which it does. Because I'm going to want points. You obviously want points so that you can switch the rail over in the opposite direction. Like that. It's going to come in on the right and come out on the left, so it'll probably pull into that side of the station. Yeah, okay, let's do it. And the eventual goal here, of course, is to have multiple trains on all of these tracks that currently we're only running one train on. So this was the I think we've got the Tewkesbury, and we've got who knows what going on this particular line. Let's take it as far as there and no further. There we go. Right. Okay. Instead of a bridge, we've just opted into massive levels of groundworks. It's a curious piece of road there. We could get, if we could get a road underneath there, that would be nice. Let's chance it and see what happens. Okay. How much deeper do we need to go here? A fair bit. Well, that's not going to do it because it's the collision is happening on the other side. So what we want to do is we want to steeply reduce the other side. I don't think it's going to work, but it's worth a minute's worth of investigation, isn't it? So if we were to take that out and go straight down like it is doing, unable to align the terrain, but that doesn't mean it's a fail. That just means we're almost there. Okay, so it may be if I were to... hold on. If I'm going to leave that goods line there, I might as well add it to the system. Oh, why have you gone bridge as your initial gambit? Okay, well we can go with bridge as an initial. No. Why should we? Let's get the bulldozers out and build some, enticing ground. That's making a mess. Give me some of this. So if it could see what I see in my head, it would just do it with no complaint. It'd go, oh, I see what you're after. Oh yeah, we can totally make that work. Right, now, can you, will you, no, that's down, we want up, please, Okay, right, let's see if that's done anything to help kind of cheer the situation. There you go. And then at least this is running in parallel. Now, that's the goods station we've got there. So the only thing that's going to want to go through there is a goods train. But there we go. So we've gone from, one rail bridge that was refusing to cooperate into 3 tracks perfectly snapped together. And don't get me wrong, we've had to, you know, move the ground around a little bit in order to make that work, but it's worked. So, you know, that's a success. All right, cool. Right, let's... I don't want to mess around with the ground too much, because obviously I'm still going to mess around with it, particularly if I'm going to try and... That's interesting. Why won't you level out? Let's see if we can... If we just... Come on, I just want this hump out of the way. Will you do any more? No. I have seen someone use road to great effect in to level things out. So let's see if we can't do something with that. If we would start from there. Of course, you have to be able to lay the road down. It's close. That'll do it. That'll do it. There. Instead of going straight up, what if we just level it a bit? Right, and then you get rid of the road afterwards, and you have a, you know, a slightly neater step. Of course, I think I might have been premature in removing it, because what we want to do is we want to put another one there, or thereabouts. You know, if we're colliding with this this housing block, we've got the bulldozer who will help us out. But no, I don't think so. All right, well, let's try going back to here and seeing if we can now get some smoothitude applied. That's better. All right, this might seem, you know, incredibly finicky, but that's where we're up to. Is we're going to try and make it look just a little bit more natural overall. A little more natural. We're going to make it look like I haven't just hacked away building tunnels and groundworks willy-nilly throughout this playthrough. Which, you know, that's not going to be an easy task to accomplish, given that I have basically built tunnels and groundworks willy-nilly throughout the playthrough. Right, let's take you down. There we go. Tunnel. First time around, it's up for it. Sold. Fabulous. Connect you up to there. Double fabulous. And then we'll take this... steady on there, Tiger. Let's take you down a touch to start with. No, not up. Downish. Down-ish. Whoa, 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 whoa. Extreme close-up there, unnecessarily. How's that? That's good. All right, excellent. Right, let's smooth the rest of this out. I always feel like when you've got kind of geo tools, however they manifest themselves, so where you can monkey about with the landscape some, that you need not only the brush size that you're using, but also how aggressive you want it to be. So, you know, you can decide, you know, I want it to just, you know, go to town here, and now, do I want to actually build some ground here to make it easier for people to build? I mean, this road is a bit on the bumpy side, isn't it? No, I think that'll be all right. I think that'll be all right. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a larger look here. Now, can I get some road across the top? Is that even slightly possible? Not down, up. It's probably possible if I start a little further back. So, sorry folks, yeah, I know you've been all enterprising and set yourselves up with a nice new house, and I've just destroyed it. Well, that's the nature of the beast, I'm afraid. if I can get that across there somehow. And then if I can connect onto that one, that'd be lovely. It's a collision, but the collision is with a building. Shame. Yeah, this is, I mean, everything I do here is going to be expensive. But when kind of resuming the routes after we've got these changes made, they should, you know, snap into profit relatively quickly. Let's just, you know, suggest a route for you. There we go. Okay, that's better. I reckon that's all right. I reckon that's all right. Now, here is the dilemma, right? So, if I start to think about this goods route again, don't do that, then I would potentially, you know, run my coal line out here. And the coal line was actually almost working. Run the coal line out in a straight line down this goods line here, and then onto whatever the kind of the goods sorting dealio ends up being. Of course, the problem with that is that you end up with trains waiting, and part of the problem with the goods, I think, part of the problem with the goods was that there was endless amounts of waiting with no movement going on. It's a tricky one. You know what? I think I might go for it if it'll allow me to put this line straight under that bit of road that I just built. Otherwise, we'll think of something else. Right, it allowed that, you know, without any complaint, argument, or discussion. All right, that means it was meant to be. Okay, cool. We'll stick that under there. It also makes sense of there being a cliff at the end of here. Let's just smooth out this if I can. Yeah, you up for that? Ah, look at it. Ah, smashing. That's better. Just not quite as all over the place. Let's see if the road trick will accomplish anything there. I think the short answer is going to be nah. Oh, a little bit further away. Yeah, we'll do it there, but that's not going to rationalise the edge at all. Okay, I'll leave the edge as it is. Alright, hopefully when the AI decides, if the AI decides to build some housing there, that'll sort things out. Hey, I can dream. Let's fill in the entrance to these tunnels, probably immediately before building some more tunnels. And then conceal the evidence of previous crimes. It's like I was never here. It was this way when I found it. Alright, good. Okay, let's... hello, what's going on here? Why have we got a... What's this signpost? Can I take a bulldozer to it, or is it not actually there? Interesting. Helps if you actually select the brush, doesn't it? There we go. Yeah, I know. You always wanted to see an episode of someone, you know, just basically just tidying up a little bit. There we go. Right. How's that looking? That's looking pretty good. Although that looks like I've interfered with it in the past. There we go. Any more for any more? Yes, here, quite obviously. Oh, it's because I've got roots up there. That's why. That's what's causing it. Right, railroad. Okay, it's not because I've got roots up. I had roots up. Oh, there's nothing on it, so it might not be. Yeah, here we go. Right, so let's kill that one, and this one, and that one. Grand. Hasn't fixed it, but maybe it will do if I unfreeze the game. It'll go, what? Oh, hold on, there's actually nothing going on here. Who knows? Right, okay, so we're about there on that bit. Okay, now I'm quite happy to have shared lines for both goods and passengers, providing they work happily together. You know, I'm even okay having people occasionally waiting around for track to clear, because you know that's realistic, right? So let's once I've finished mucking about leveling out landscape. All right, so let's think about this logically. Everybody drives on the right. Okay, we've established that. We've said it enough times that everybody believes me when I say it. So we're going to want to be able to switch onto there. Furthermore, we're going to want to be able to switch onto here for coming back in the other direction. In which case, why are you running a third track? That's a very valid point, isn't it? Okay, in which case we don't actually need a third track. Providing this one will slide onto the main line here. Good. Okay, right. Slightly wiggly. Am I okay with slightly wiggly? Yeah, I'm okay with slightly wiggly. Alright, let's just... Has that left us enough space to do anything there? No, it hasn't really. I mean, you could do some of this and... Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's easing it into the landscape a little. Alright, yeah, but you're not really accomplishing anything though, are you? Right, stop it. Good. Right, so, yeah, okay, I think we've definitely committed to trying to get the goods line working once more. So coal is going to come flying down here, where it will wait for 76 goods services, passenger services to sort their lives out and get out of the way. Let's make it look like it was always like this. It's going to need a smaller brush. Yeah, make it look like it's a kind of just a natural gully, maybe a bit of subsidence, rather than you having been ham-fisted carving tunnels willy-nilly. Any more for any more? Yeah, let's just hack away just a little bit. Right, stop mucking about with it. Right, so we're going to run coal out through here, and here is our, our ill-fated, oft maligned goods depot yard steel mill. And if I remember, hold on, let's no, you can't turn the power back on until you've connected the stations up, or at least connected some of it. So let's get the main line back on, which should be really easy. It seems to have built itself a little humpback bridge effort there. Right, well, we don't want that, because that's not needed. Let's just take you a little bit further forward, make sure that is further forward. Pro tip here, if you look at something straight on, you'll be able to tell whether it's going forward or not, rather than hooking round to the side in any fashion at all. If you do it from the side, you can be off by a fair chunk, so you're actually building a curve rather than a straight line. Right, how's that? I'm okay with it being raised, but is it... No, it's not doing anything unnecessary there. Oh, I hope I connected that up to the right side of the track. Ever such a slight kink in it, but that's fine with me. Let's get you plumbed in as well. Hold on, let's go and make sure this is going to the right place. Just like that. You what? Do not give me that terrain collision rubbish. Interesting. I find it interesting that you would feel that was necessary. Never mind, it works, and that's a victory for all concerned. So then we'll take. Let's run this. This is what I was going to look for. Let's see what the cargo is doing on itself. Oh, hold on, you need a bit more track. There we go. Yes, apologies, passenger services. Let's make sure that there's no one saying, boss, can't do any of that. Yep, everybody's got a time associated, which means that it's working. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, what we're looking for is where's the goods actually flowing here. So we've got the cargo turned on, and at the moment, out of this area, nothing's moving. Really? How interesting. No, definitely nothing's moving. What have we got going out here? Hey, I'm actually running trucks out of this one. And we've still got a buttload of goods that are just making their own way. Okay. Right. So, no one's using these lines already, so we don't know what it wants to supply. My guess is going to be that it wants to supply both Haverhill and Tewkesbury. And so tune in next time and we'll get that goods line working. And our message of the day, our kind of driving principle is going to be straight lines are great. Straight is great. Right. Tune in then. Thanks for watching today. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I've been Colonel Failure. Cheerio.